Hello, everyone. Welcome out to the Practice Factory. We're live, Youth Baseball Midwest, YBMcast, and I'm here with Jen Mayberry from the Baseball Moms. We're hanging out. We're watching some baseball. You can see we got it going on behind us. Training in full swing, winter workout tour. That's what it's about. So we decided to go live. Jen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm cold.
It is a little chilly in here.
It
right?
is.
But you know what? I think that's okay in a workout facility.
It's fine.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. But so how you been?
I've been good.
Yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
It has. New year. Yeah.
New year, right?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Just hung out with friends. That's what we did.
Yeah?
Yeah. Brought the new year in and ready to roll.
Now, I got to do this. I know she wasn't ready for this, but I'm going to have to because she's a 49ers fan.
I am.
And I'm a Rams fan.
I already said, listen, last night I said it. I told Travis, I said, oh my gosh, I was annoyed that the Rams won, period. 2, I said, now I'm going to see Brian tomorrow and I'm going to have to listen to his nonsense. The Rams pulled it off. The Rams are moving on to the next round.
Right?
So annoying.
Right? I had to because, if you don't know, Rams and 49ers fans are
have
smooth
never
enemies.
liked each other, yes.
It's just the way it is. Now, I like Jen. But
and I like
as far
Brian.
as a 49er fan, no, can't do it. I always root against 2 teams in the NFL, and that's the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
What's funny, it's the one thing we agree on.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I root against the Dallas Cowboys, and I always root against the Lambs. So, yes.
That's where she goes.
Yes.
Go Chiefs.
Oh, but I do not root for the Chiefs either. So.
Neither do I. See, I'm always giving them the chefs. And we'll see what happens. I'll be honest. I was shocked that the Rams won the. It just didn't. It was crazy, right?
Well, I actually was worried that old Sammy boy was going to see Ghost once he hit, the playoffs, and I think he started to see Ghost again. So I actually was not surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm pleased. I know the 49ers, so honestly, it's just too many injuries.
There was, and it was, sad. But I have to say, one of the things that, on a positive side, it is not as stressful watching the playoffs when your team isn't in it. So
just watching football, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But we're going to talk about the winter workout tour. First, I want to bring up, you know what, Lauren, put together a mic real quick for our good buddy over there. Hang on, we got to do this real quick. And we're going to bring on Mitchell Harlan with GOAT Athletics. Do what? It's right there. Oh, it's on. It's on over there. I don't think I turned it off. See if we can hear. Oh, the receiver's over there. We'll get it. That's okay. We'll get Mitchell in here. We'll do it anyway. We don't need it. I know. I left that. My bad. It's all right. My director over there is going, we don't have it. It's over there. So that's live. We're live, right?
That's what happens.
That's the way it works.
You got to roll anyway.
All right, we got to roll with it. But we're gonna bring Mitchell in here anyway. He's gonna come in, and we're gonna. Is he? Yeah. We got to adjust. I'm gonna have to stand up.
You're good. You kneel.
I was gonna say.
We'll just stand up. Yeah.
There we go.
And we can hand him the microphone real quick.
Perfect. Yeah, we can share.
And Mitchell Harlan is there. They come on partnered with us through the winter workout tour. We appreciate it greatly. He's got his stuff over there. GOAT Athletic Products. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm going to let you go.
So we just launched today. Our website, GOAThleticproducts.com, is now officially live. We're so excited. We've got our Legacy Series batting gloves are live on there, compression sleeves, and we've got tons more products coming out this spring.
There you go, Jen. You can put those on, right?
Good. I think yes.
Let's see.
Cool name.
Now, GOAT Athletics, it's a kind of a double meaning, right?
It
Go
is.
ahead and tell the folks what that's about.
Well, so we always want to talk about the GOAT mindset, and what a lot of people do today is they talk about, I'm the GOAT, this guy's the GOAT, everybody's the GOAT, right? Well, that can be true, but what we can do is you can say, we've got this GOAT mindset where I'm becoming my best of all time every single day. Not just this guy's the best, this guy's the best, So that's something that we really focus on, and we really want to empower athletes to become the best that they can be. Now, obviously, the other part of the GOAT name, goat skin leather. Goat
Ta-da.
skin leather.
Yes.
So there you go.
I love it. What did you think, Jen?
They feel nice. They really do. I like them. And they're warm.
Sorry, I forgot.
I was going to say, they feel awesome. They really do. And they actually are not stiff at all. They feel great. I like them.
They absolutely do. And so they will actually soften over time as well. When you first put them on, it's a premium leather, so they're going to be extremely durable. And so they take a little bit of time to break in, but once they do, they get really, really soft on the hand.
And the price point, folks, is very good. So go to GOAThletic Products.
That's correct. .com.
So there's only one S at the end of products, not at the end of athletic.
Correct.
GOAThletic
That's correct.
Products.com. Locally, if you want to check them out, you can go to
Prime Sports Midwest.
There you go. They're our good friend. They got them at both locations.
Both
in
locations,
St. Peters
yep.
And in Fenton. And you can buy them
And online.
there.
Absolutely.
As well, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're giving away some gloves here, too. So we're going to be doing that here soon. Not just yet.
That's right.
But we're working on that. So what do they got to do to enter?
They got to go to Instagram. You got to follow us. They got to follow Youth Baseball Midwest. And they just got to like our post for the Practice Factory Winter Workout Tour stop.
Ta-da! There it is. So we're going to be doing that here in the live. We'll get to that here momentarily. Thanks, dude.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Trade you.
We're going to keep the gloves.
You're gonna keep 'em? All
We're
right.
going to keep the gloves
Sounds
because
good.
we're going to do that right there. There you go.
Good.
Look at, so here we go right behind us here. I don't know if y'all can see right what's going on. Can they see what's going on? We can see what's going on. Got some training going on, pitching training. I love this right here. This is East Lyons, all the way down here in South County, man, working out. I love that. That's Zumwalt East,
It's pretty cool.
right? All the way
Yeah.
down here working out, these gentlemen. Got a pitcher coach. This young man, this is what's cool. The S2 t-shirt over there we gave away for some trivia. This young man won that, answering some trivia at a Game 7 tournament with us.
Pretty
this year.
cool.
I love that stuff.
That is
right?
awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. So you see a lot of these kids in here working out, been out to Game 7 tournaments. Shout out to Dave Penning. He couldn't make it. Today had a emergency because, you got, if the pipes freeze, you're in trouble.
That's a problemo. Yes.
So, Dave, we got you, though, because, as you can see, Game 7 baseball, we're out there. And that was what was cool. A lot of these kids we've seen out at the ballpark and getting to know them. You can see way over there. We're going to go over here in a minute. Do we have the camera on over there, Drew? Over in the hitting cage over there, Tyler Michelle working with a group, a 12U group, way over there. Is it a perfect shot? I knew it was. There you go. And we've been watching Coach Michelle over there with these kids, and these kids are swinging the bat pretty good over there. But one of the things I liked, and we were talking about it, and I think this is cool, Jen, is he's working with these kids. Now these young men, they're swinging with their I don't even know if you can call it aluminum anymore.
I don't know.
Used to, back in my day, it was an
That's what it
aluminum
was.
bat. But I don't even know if you can. I don't think you can call it aluminum anymore. But they're metal bats, right?
Yes.
But I love that he's got these kids training with wood, and I think that is such an important part of it. We're going to have some stuff later in the week. We're going to send some stuff out from his training process, some shorts and stuff. I thought it was really cool watching. Maybe we'll get him mic'd up here real quick too, but I don't know if we can. We have to go over and get that. Lauren can do it. She can do it all.
She can do everything.
Right.
It's
right.
exciting to see all of them out here doing all the practicing because it kind of gets you excited. Though it's January,
Right.
We're gonna blink and then we're gonna say, "Guess what time it is?"
It's baseball time. Well, but that's the thing too. I'm sitting here. We've been talking about this stuff for quite some time. You go through that, and we're getting ready for a winter workout tour, and then all of a sudden here we are. We're in the winter. We've already been to Springfield.
That's right.
We're in the third week in January.
It is, and you know what that means is around the third week in March, high school baseball
Right.
you start. So,
Yes.
and I will have 2 high school baseball boys this year. So I'm like, let's go.
Absolutely. And that's, when you're talking about all these kids, I think we got some 12U. There's some high school kids. Coach Cam's over here have been working with these pitchers. And I'm sorry, I know I'm going to have to get the other young man's name again. That's what's terrible. And we're going to throw some mics over on some of these guys and listen in. So, Lauren, if you can get a mic over to Tyler over there when you get a second, and get one on Cam over here. We're going to listen in live to these guys and just let them know that they're going to be live, just so you know. So, keep it clean, right? Keep
Exactly.
it clean. But what's the most, when this time of the year comes around, you've had 2 boys go through this whole process, right?
Yep.
So what is the most, what's the most, I guess, exciting thing for you as a mom when this process starts? I'm going to sit back down.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, probably it's just making sure that for my boys that they are preparing their mind and their body. Like, it's like, get yourself ready, like the conditioning part, making sure that they are starting to get ready. For me, it's preparing that calendar. We used to talk about this every year, you and I, that it seems crazy, but honestly, like, we already have all of our traveling schedules for the most part.
Right.
So it's one of those for me that I've got 2025 calendar. It's starting to write them down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually excited because I thought, okay, 2 high school boys, both in the same club again, which was exciting. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to be at the same places. And wouldn't you know it? Nope. So I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Divide and conquer.
One of the things that I think is interesting, you are a jazzercise guru.
Yep.
I knew that. I
Yes,
check out
yes, yes.
So, the fitness part is very important to you.
Yes.
And you have 2 athletes. How do you help them in what they need to do to keep themselves physically fit?
I always tell them the biggest thing is that, they work out. They go and they go to a place for workout training. But I always tell them at home, I'm just like, even the small things at home that they can do. Always, sometimes I'll tell them to do things with me and they laugh at me, but I'm like, well, let's see if you can keep up with me. And sometimes it's funny because they can't do certain things that I do. And I'm like, see? I'm like, I'm more flexible than you. I'm more, so sometimes I try to do competitions with them, which is kind of fun. But so that's always fun. But also the nutrition part of it. People don't realize, like, eating right and drinking enough water and all the things. I am big into that. Tiffany and I joke a lot about how she likes her, Mountain Dew and cake for breakfast. But, that I'm always like, eating right and supplements. I am big into my kids. We do supplementation, and just a lot of that stuff is all a big part of it. So, yeah, it's one of those things that I am really, in our house, that I am always on them. Did you take this? Have you taken that? Have you? Yeah.
Very good. So we got the guys mic'd up. We got Tyler over there mic'd up. We didn't get the picture, guys.
They're going to be talking over each other.
Oh, that's right. We got to do one at a time. Let's get over there. Let's check that out. Let's listen in on what Tyler's doing over there. He's talking to the kids. Let's do that real quick.
Really tough pitch, right? Okay, and on top of that, you were early, weren't you? Okay, so why didn't it show up in the end result? Why is he still on first base with a single through the middle of the field? It's a tough pitch. Yep, tough pitch, and timing was flawed. He still found a way to be an athlete and be on barrel because everything was traveling down the middle of the field, down this runway, right? The second we pull off of that, our barrel isn't in the zone anymore, right? Got that point of emphasis over here today. Does that make sense? Okay, let's hop over there. Did I get everybody? You got a round, you got a round, you got a round. Everybody got a round, right? We're loose? Okay. All right, let's talk on the TV real quick. It's a microphone. You want to say hi to anybody?
What's up?
All right, you good? Everybody can see? We've done this before. We know what this is. Let's go over what we're focused on and why this matters. Does that make sense? Sure. Okay. This, obviously we are tracking that, okay? We do want to hit the baseball hard. We do want to know what that number is, okay? But we do not want to change our swing to go chase a mile an hour or two here, okay? We're measuring our swing. So maturity is a big part of using Rapsodo, right? Getting some numbers. Measure your swing. Don't go outside of it for this one. Does that make sense? Okay, spin. Why is this important? It's my favorite number on that TV. Why does it matter?
Don't you want a low spin rate?
I do want a low spin. Okay, yeah. Think about how I would make a ball spin more when I hit it with a bat, right? When I run into it. If the ball spins more, it's because I hit less ball, right? When we square up baseballs, right, those are the ones that just kind of, it almost look like a knuckleball a little bit, okay? It's not going to be the ball that goes the farthest. It's not going to be the baseball that burns an outfielder, but it's going to be a baseball that's over an infielder and in front of an outfielder, and that's the one we're chasing. Does that make sense? Okay, if we miss a little bit with that approach and it's a small miss, all right, then we start talking doubles, we start talking extra base hits. But that is a miss off of a good approach, okay? So I want this number to be low today, okay? I want this every time we run into a baseball, I want to see this below 1,000, okay? Try and be around 500, okay? Try and be around 500. Does that make sense to you guys, what we're chasing? Okay, it should. We do this all the time, all right? Have some fun, right? We want to hit baseballs hard. This should be fun when we have this on, okay? What number on there do I not care about? What number on there does Coach Cam not care about? What do you think? Distance. I don't care about distance, okay? We worry about everything else. That takes care of itself. Understood? We good? All right, boys. Hey, spread it out. Let me get 2 here. Let me get 3 guys over here. Hey, short sets. You're going to get everywhere, I promise. Okay, short sets. 8 to 10 hacks and move, okay?
Some great stuff over there from Coach Michelle, working with the 12U recruits over there. I mean, I think this is the first time we've done this like that, and I really enjoy listening to him talk to these kids. And you know, when you're as a mom, right? You want the coaches to be able to relate to the kids. And when you're talking to your boys and as they were going through the process, how did you help them, you know, if they weren't understanding something? What was that process like as a mom when you're, you know, they're working out in the basement, you know, trying to get in swings. I'm not quite sure if this is what Coach wants. What was that conversation like?
It's actually funny. We just had something this week that was similar that we can relate to. So Reed's coach actually, after each week, they have homework that they have to do that is actually mental homework that is not related to necessarily, like obviously they have to be doing certain things, getting in swings and working out and things, but they have to learn different things about attitude and teamwork, and there are certain things they have to read, and there are things, and they randomly will be called each week, and they have to memorize them. They have to be able, on the spot when he calls them, be able to tell them what those things are, memorize them. It's really cool. And so randomly I will call them or read out of his room and be like, hey, come here. And he doesn't know what I'm calling. And I'll be like, name the 4 AAIT or this, that, you know, like different things. And so that I know that he's studying them and that he can recite those to me. And so we do a lot of that. And so that's how trying to do training that isn't always related to just the physical part of it, but the mental aspect of it. And so, you know, it's randomly just calling him at any time that I need to and be like, hey, you know, can you recite this? And so he never knows what I want or what I'm doing. So, yeah.
That's good, though. I think that's tremendous. I really like that stuff. Because, you know, as a parent, you're with your kid more than the coaches.
Yes.
So as a parent, you have to be in tune to what the coaches want.
Yep.
Right? I mean, all these kids are here. They're working with the instructors and whatnot. But it is important that a parent is understanding exactly what is going on within that structure, right?
Right. Yep.
I think so. We're going to see if we can grab, see if we can grab Wiggins real quick over here. We'll get Dave over. We're going to chat a minute, and then we're going to tune in to Mr. Cam over here and see what he's doing with this young man on the mound here. why don't we go over here? We're going to step out of the camera shy. We'll get Dave over here in just a minute. We're going to tune in to Cam over here. He's working with this young man on the mound. I think it's going to be Chet? Chad. He's working with Chad on the mound. Okay, go.
I mean, like, dude, as unhittable as that is, it's uncatchable. Like that's the thing though, is like that's the only downside to a knuckleballer. Yeah, like that's the only downside to a knuckleballer is, attaboy, defensive runs that are available. Like defensive runs that are given up, just because catchers can't catch it. Attaboy. Attaboy, keep getting through that front leg. Keep getting through that front leg, close it off a little bit. Attaboy. Good spot, attaboy. Yeah. Yep. Boy. Right there. I know, right? It's all right. Blow his hand up. He's wearing a normal glove. No. Landing a little wide, a little open on that landing. Better there. Better there. Yeah, on that way down. So what I was explaining earlier, on that way down, get that glove side cocked in there, right? So on our way down, let that scat pull you here, closed off, let that front side rock you through. Better, better. Oh boy. Go one more, I'm gonna just touch this front shoulder right here, go ahead. There you go. You feel that little bit of pull right before that front foot hits though? That's what we're talking. That's that little bit early right there. Right? That front, same thing you do with that water bag. Front foot down, rock that through there, right? Keep that closed off until that front foot gets down. What, Jordan? What? Change up? A change up or two seam? Change it? Okay. I was like, What's up, Declan? What's going on, dude? Open, open. Yep. So that open shoulder will cause that underneath here, because if we're too far open, it's gonna drag. We gotta pull, right? Close it, close it, close it, go. There we go. Better here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I'm gonna take that miss all day. I'm gonna take that there all day. Attaboy, keep it way better there. Keep those shoulders rocking. Keep those shoulders rocking here. Attaboy, good, good. Go down to my office down there. On the outside of the wall there.
With
No, no. Yeah, with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Good, good. Attaboy, Adam.
in a different seat.
This has been a lot of fun. I got Dave Wiggins now with me back here live. We've been looking in, getting live looks at what's going on with Chad. I messed that up. Chad's here, not Cam. So talking there, we had Tyler earlier This has been pretty fun.
Oh, it's
watching
awesome.
these guys
watching
work.
these guys go to work. It really is. Yeah, you've got Chad there in the stocking cap. You've got Slaz. Slazzy's got the cream recruits hat on, and then Caleb Burley's got the backwards cap on. And it's cool watching all three of those guys get to work with these kids. I mean, just how relatable they can be with what they're teaching and how they're showing the boys how to do it. They're still, young and spry enough to do all the things that they're asking the kids to do, which is really nice. But yeah, it's fun to just kind of look in and watch them go to work. When we've got a guy on the mound like this, we try not to give them too much information. We don't want to overload them because we really want them to be their own coach when they're on the mound anyway. Not being not really expecting to hear a whole lot from a coach while they're on the mound, just kind of having them figured out on their own, but giving them enough pointers here and there to just kind of help them feel how they're moving. Still kind of early in terms of being on the mound for a lot of these boys. It's their first or second time.
Sure.
They've been ramping up over the months and they're getting back on the slope. So it's just more about getting them to have a good feel of being on the slope again and feeling what that's like. Not really being focused as much on where the pitches are landing or the command part of it, but more like how they're moving on the mound and how that feels.
So Adam, how old is Adam?
Adam is a 14-year-old. Adam he's an 8th grader. He's a big 8th grader.
Yeah,
he's a big 8th grader. He's going to go to Zumwalt East.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's your guy right there, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, Adam plays for one of our 14U teams.
I'm a homer, dude.
I can't. Hey, man,
Right?
if there was a Webster kid on the mound, I'd be fired up right now. So I get it.
We need all the help we can get.
Yes, sir.
Always. And, watching the kids over there, we had Tyler mic'd up a little earlier.
Yeah.
Working with a group. What has he got? He's got 12-year-olds.
He's got 12-year-olds. That's our 12U national team. We had a number of kids playing basketball right now, so we don't have the whole team
sure.
here. But we've got some pretty talented kids over there who get after it every Tuesday night. With Cam and Tyler from 6 to 7, and then they slide on over to the pitching side with me and the boys and get another good round of throwing and pitching in. So they've got a pretty busy Tuesday night ahead of them. And they're really busy tonight because there's only about 6 of them here, so they're getting a lot more swings and a lot more attention. Yeah.
When you get when you have a group like this and it's 12-year-olds, and whatnot, and you said you're going to have them over here working on the pitching side as well. Yeah. So, are you rolling all those kids? You want to see can everybody pitch? And I mean, everybody can throw.
Everybody can throw, right?
Right.
On this particular team, everybody does pitch. Everybody does pitch, actually. There's 12 kids on the team. All 12 can pitch. Okay. I would say about 9 of the 12 will rely on more than 3. One's our catcher. I don't like to pitch my catcher very often. Right. I just want to protect the arm. But yeah, I mean, and for him, it's more about building his arm strength up and making sure he's healthy enough to, throw the ball 100 times a game back to the pitcher and throw runners out at second and third. The majority of that team does pitch, and they just started getting back on the slope as well. So we'll get to see them throw some bullpens tonight, which will be pretty fun. They've been kind of through their velocity phase where they were doing some shuffle throws and some mound velocity throws. So we're gonna start getting back to pitching and let's be in the strike zone with 3 pitches. 12U at the level they play, they need to be in the strike zone with the fastball, the breaking ball, and the changeup. So that's what we're working on.
The quarter, it's over. We got to change.
Oh yeah.
The one thing that I think is interesting, when we talk about these kind of things, you got the 12 kids, and I think that's a great number.
Yeah.
I know it's hard because everybody wants playing time on that, but I love that number because it gives you a chance to put a kid on the bench, rest an arm if he's pitched.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think that's I really do. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that we should do more of that. I hope people will. But the one thing, the percentage of kids, you said you got 9 that you think really good pitch. Of the percentage once they get to high school, how many of those kids do you think will really be pitchers and effective pitchers?
Man, it's hard to tell at this age. And even in high school, you have a lot of two-way talents, right? The kids that can play their position but also pitch. But when I'm thinking of those kids and what I saw from them this fall, of those 9. Maybe all 9, to be honest. I mean, they're all around the strike zone. They can all throw off speed. Yeah, they can command it fairly well. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see as they develop.
Right.
At least 6 will be pretty darn good pitchers in high school from what I've seen. And you know, I may be wrong. Maybe they're all
Right. You never
stud
know.
position players and they all stop pitching. Who knows?
We don't want to pitch, Coach. Thanks.
Right. Want to save our arms.
But it's now how many? This is your what? What year for recruits baseball?
Ooh, okay. 2010, I believe, was year 1.
Yeah.
We had 2 teams. We had
Right.
a 13U and a 15U. A 13U and a 15U. And then 2011, I believe we went to 4 teams. And now here we are in 2025. I think we have 32 teams if you count the 5 softball teams we have.
Softball. That's
So-
right. We talked about that. And you know, shout out to Todd Stein.
Yep, shout out to Todd,
He's the one that started all this.
our fearless
right?
leader.
How long have you guys been in this facility now?
Oh, you know, we started out in Valley Park at a place called Game Day. We were there for a number of years, and then we moved to Center St. Louis, which used to be called St. Louis Sports Center.
Right.
It's where the Southside Prospects are now. We've been here, I want to say, 10 years or so. We've been here
wow.
for quite some time.
I
Yeah,
know we were down a couple years ago.
at
here.
Legacy.
We went to Legacy,
Yeah.
but then we came here.
We came
too.
here. We did, yeah. And I mean, we've been
That's been a
here
minute.
for quite some time. We'd been here at least 6 or 7 years before you guys even came by.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you guys are working on expanding, growing a little bit more, right?
We are. We've got an area across the hall that's a really nice fitness center and weight room that we're in the process of trying to take over. We want to turf that. We want to keep part of it a weight room, essentially kind of double in space if we're able to here. And if not, we're looking elsewhere. So,
Yeah. 32 teams. That's
yeah, we've got to grow. We're growing. We've got to grow in building size and in area.
right.
You know,
right?
as you've seen, you know, it can get a little congested at times, but our trainers do such a good job of making sure the kids get in and they get their work in, and not many people get hit by flying baseballs, so it's
So
it's
you
a
got
safe
some
environment.
private instruction. You got softball going on over here.
We do.
We've seen some young ladies that can.
Oh my,
swing it.
yeah, Greg is a fantastic softball hitting instructor. He's been with us for, I believe, 5+ years. He had a young lady in here earlier who's a Murray State commit from Lindbergh who can really swing it. He's got a Kentucky commit who just pounds the softball from Parkway West. An Oakville girl who I think hit 2 or 3 home runs or Lafayette girl hit 2 or 3 home runs in the state championship game. So he's doing a great job training the softball hitters, and he's kind of just does that on his own. Like, he takes care of it all. He schedules his own lessons and does basically a one-man shop there. So if you're looking for softball hitting lessons, this guy's fantastic. And then you have Dave Pregon over in Cage 2 there. Dave's a long-time hitting instructor, used to be at All-Star. He's been with us for a number of years as well. Probably known by many as one of the best private hitting instructors around. Just a wealth of knowledge from Dave, and just does an awesome job with kids of all ages. Can't say enough about those 2 guys and how well they do.
You gotta love it, man. That's some sage wisdom. A couple of gentlemen just enjoy working with the kids.
Absolutely.
And you know, I love that stuff. And it keeps you young too, right? Might as well.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Can't sing and dance.
Right. Might as well swing a bat, right?
That's right. That's right. There you go.
What does Teacher Man say? You got to be able to swing, or you got to be able to duplicate, or whatever.
That's right.
Well, Dave and Greg
right.
can both still swing it. So
That's right. Let's get over. Do we still have Tyler mic'd up over there? No, we don't. Okay.
I can run one over to him if we need to.
I wanted to see. Maybe we get Cam on there.
Yeah.
He's throwing some. Does Lauren have a mic?
Tyler's
Have one
actually
with her.
standing. Tyler's standing back there talking to the boys.
Yeah.
Which that could be a good opportunity to get him mic'd up.
Exactly.
He's standing right next to the
see that.
Rhapsody and kind of able to show them what they're doing there.
Let me see. We'll see if we can get that mic from Chad. It's still on his. I like this. I love what he's doing right here, though. Can you see that? Yeah. I love this
Yeah.
with the water. Talk a little bit about this, Dave, with these water.
Yeah, those
deals.
water bags, you know, we're really trying to get our kids to feel what it's like to move their center and move their core and use their bigger, stronger muscles to deliver the baseball versus thinking about their arms. And the water bags really help with that. They help with stability a lot. You have some athletes who are a little less stable than others, who need to work on feeling what it's like to be in the ground and use the ground, control the ground to throw the ball, and these water bags really help with that. Chad is essentially an expert with the water bags. He designs all the programs and does a really good job with the different drills that he has these boys do with these water bags. The one Declan's doing right here, Declan's one of our 13 new athletes. Essentially, he's really trying to create stability as he lands in the ground, and then he's trying to be able to turn his core as he lands in the ground, holding that water bag still. It might look easy, but it's not.
Let's turn on Chad's mic and listen to what he's saying here with this.
Set
I think
in
this
those
would be
legs
cool.
a little bit lower, right? So it doesn't have to push forward there. Does that make sense? There it is. Yeah, bend those knees. Bend those knees. Go ahead and land for me. Get to your landing spot. Land. Bend, 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 bend. There. Rotate through there. Boom. There you go. Yeah. Staying low through that rotation, right? There we go. There we go. Yep. Yep. Just stay sideways. Stay sideways. I'll say the movement's fine. Movement's
That's
fine. Hold
cool
that.
stuff.
Hold those hips.
I
We,
love this
we
thing.
actually had a kid the other day. He was on the mound. He was sitting like 88, 89, and like wanted to hit 90 because everybody wants to hit 90, right? And Chad literally stopped him, put a water bag in his hand, and showed him one drill to essentially feel what it's like to send his energy downhill versus kind of out. Put the water bag in his hand, had him really feel what it was like to send the energy down. The next pitch was 90.8.
Wow.
So
Just coming down through your core, right?
absolutely, yep. Using your core, using the ground a little bit more. So it's cool being able to see what those things can do in terms of, and it's something they can do every day because there's no stress on the arm, right?
Right,
It's something
right.
where they can help build that engine, but they're not stressing the arm while they're working.
Now, I've seen a couple of different variations of it. There's some of the other, is this the, because there was some that are round, just around?
Yeah, just the title balls essentially. So they have handles on them to where you can essentially throw them but not let go of them. So you can move with that added weight in the ball and the added stability you have to have with the water swishing around. But it allows you to do more of the throwing motion versus just kind of turning.
Yeah.
We incorporate the med balls into it. What Gabe's doing right there. Gabe's a senior at Rockwood Summit. He's doing what we call holds. Essentially, he's trying to move his arm quickly with a slightly weighted ball in his hand, just getting a feel for what that's like. And the deceleration's occurring while that weighted ball's in his hand. So he's essentially building that posterior chain, the strap and the
The one
shoulder
in the
up.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because every time we throw a ball, we let go of it.
Right.
So there's nothing in our hand as we decelerate. So that's why you see a lot of injuries is the arm's moving really, really fast in acceleration, and then you decelerate with no weight in the hand, and that arm's moving even faster on the deceleration. So the holds kind of help protect that shoulder, if that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
And it builds that muscle to help that when you don't have the baseball. Is that
Yeah,
essentially
for sure. Absolutely.
what you're doing?
Yep, that's essentially what you're trying to do.
Very good. I like this. Now, here another different drill here. What do we got here? Let's get it back on.
Yeah,
just
let's
a
get
little
back
bit.
on Chad here.
Through, right? If we stay up tall, we can get that bag over the top there, right? There it is. There it is. Good rotation, boy. I like that. I like the little Christmas billiken. Atta boy. Good. Yeah, so this drill right here is essentially for these guys to feel their balance point, right? So if we're moving that balance point and shifting it back and forth, they're gonna have to feel that in the hip in order to regather their momentum and drive everything back forward, right? So essentially this is just for them to catch that momentum like we would on the mound here, move everything forward and get that twist through that front leg. Atta boy, good, good.
So, Dave, and what he's talking about is we're watching this young man here.
Yeah.
That's hopefully gets your arm a little more with the free, easy movement too, right?
Exactly. I mean, we want these kids, or whoever we're working with, to think stability and power with the trunk and with the proximal, and then just keep the arm as loose and free as possible. We use different phrases like arm on a cloud and make your arm feel like water. Whatever gets them to understand and realize I need to be relaxed as possible with that arm. And that's something I love about the stability balls and the tanks is they can really work on the stability part of turning fast and being aggressive with the trunk, but the arm really isn't involved at all. And the best throwers in the world, their arms are loose, they're relaxed, they're free, and that trunk is what's delivering all of that velocity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who we got here on the
We have
mound?
Jordan Waring here. He's a 14U guy. He's a 8th grader. He's been with us for quite some time.
Yeah.
Very, very dynamic lefty pitcher here. Rocking the all white fit right now.
I know,
kind of
right?
like it, man.
Got the
yeah.
PG,
You got the
rocking
PG.
the PG hat, bro. I got a little smile. I made him mess up though. Sorry, bro. My bad. What's your name? Jordan.
Jordan Waring.
All right, Jordan. You throwing some strikes there, bro?
Yeah, except for when you talk to me, right?
We got you live. We got you live right now. Mom will be proud.
You're on the spot, Jordy.
There you go. Lefty.
Hey, there we go.
Man, you got all kinds of lefties in here.
Well, we got a
bro.
ton of lefties up in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Honestly, I've seen 3 or 4
yeah,
in here
Tuesday
today.
may be lefty day. You've seen a lot of lefties in here.
The young man you got from Rockwood Summit
Yeah, Gabe.
on there, and he's on the mound holding that. Now, it's a little different one there
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, and we get a little more advanced as the guys get older.
Sure.
For Gabe is really trying to work on controlling his trunk and being able to rotate when he's in the ground. I mean, Gabe features a fastball that's been up to 88, 89, but he's just trying to have it more consistently in that range versus kind of fluttering in that 84 to 88 range. He's been coming in for a couple months now and really getting after it. And a big part of his programming has been using the water tanks and trying to create that stability when he lands.
I love that. When I think we saw him pitch last year.
You probably did. He
We had
threw
Summit and Parkway Central.
okay, and he threw that playoff game against Zumwalt South. It was really good.
Yes.
Was really good.
Yeah. And that was a good hitting team last year.
Oh my, yes they were. Yes they were.
So you gotta, you have some teams out there. I mean, there was a lot of depth on that Zumwalt South team.
Oh yeah.
In the lineup.
There was.
It was. So when you got to go out, I love that, the detail. When you get to this age, here's a senior at Summit.
Yep.
It's not an easy, conference. The
No.
St. Louis Suburban. I
No,
think
and they're in the yellow
Summit's
pool.
In the yellow
They're in the
pool.
toughest. They're in the highest pool.
And so this young man, it is about the details here now, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And I mean, if you want to be a really good arm in that conference, it's not just about being able to throw hard. It's not about PRing 90 on the mound. It's about being able to pitch, being able to control how you're moving on the mound and letting that translate into, not just velocity, consistent velocity, good spin on the breaking ball. He's got one of the tighter curveballs I've seen. Very, very high spin breaking ball. I think he's going to have a pretty big year for them. I mean, they graduated Logan Darnell, who is darn good. He's going to step right in. I think he and Wyatt Schneider, they'll be a tough 1-2 punch there for Summit, for sure.
Summit's always finding people that they just kind of
Always.
Right?
Yep. They've got ball players, man. Coach Schneider has ball players.
and that's going to be a fun one. I this year we're going to get a little more opportunity to see the St. Louis Suburban. We're going to be live streaming a few more games. We're not going to see Summit this year. We're going to see Parkway Central. We're going to see Lafayette and Eureka.
Wonderful.
And we're going to see some Webster Groves course, Kirkwood.
Yeah.
And that's becoming an annual thing, Dave.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys are breaking into the St. Louis Suburban and you're not just loving on the GAC too much. So
That's right. I am too, because I mean, you look at across the board, and you've got in your group here, you've got a lot more South County guys.
we do.
So that's the GAC, or not the GAC, but the St. Louis
Suburban.
Suburban.
Right.
And then even down into the Jeffco.
Absolutely, yeah. We got a good number of Jeffco
conference,
kids
right?
too, yeah, for sure. A lot of Seckman kids, some Fox kids, some Windsors. I mean, yeah, we're St. Pius. down there in Festus.
Yeah.
Some Festus kids.
Festus.
Yeah, we like to go far south. It's there's a lot of good baseball down there.
Absolutely.
You know,
And that's why it's so important for us to keep moving in that direction. It really is. It really is. So, dude, I'm excited to see it's that time of year, right?
it is. January is hit. It's essentially we're on that downhill slope now.
Yeah.
You know, I sent an email to my Webster families the other day, and as I was typing it, I'm like, did I really just type there's less than 2 months until the start of spring sports? This is crazy. But there is. I mean, it's wild. It's going to fly by.
And when we, pitchers and catchers in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Major League Baseball.
And that's when it gets real. That's when you start thinking, wow, okay, so the big guys reported. Now
Right.
now it's go time. Now it's go time.
When you guys, RBC, your club teams, up and down the lineup, when do you guys? I know the the little guys, they'll start in mid-March?
Yeah, we've got some teams starting mid-March, some starting a little bit later in March. I think a couple have elected to start in April because they just feel March is a little cold, which April's
Yes.
cold too.
Yeah.
Sometimes not as cold,
listen,
sometimes colder.
Mother's Day has not been kind at
That's
times
true.
either.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And I don't know what it is that the phrase April showers brings May flowers is not applying in Missouri. Like, it's just April showers bring more showers in May. Like, I just feel like it rains all spring long.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, and then obviously our high school guys, they'll stop their winter training with us at the end of February, and then they'll go with their high school as that season starts, which is standard for everywhere.
Absolutely. Dude, this has been fun. I've really enjoyed this today.
We've enjoyed having you guys. Like, we're having a blast. I'm glad that you're here. At a time in mid-January when things are really cooking in the facility. It's freezing cold outside, so might as well come in and work on some baseball.
Absolutely. I'll tell those guys, I really appreciate, Tyler, Chad, Cam.
Yeah.
I'm missing names.
Slaz and Caleb.
Yeah, they've been great today.
They're awesome. And then Justin, don't forget Justin, our other hitting guy.
balls.
Yeah, he graduated from Truman University last year.
Oh, very good.
He was with us from the time we started.
Oh, wow.
He was with us from day one. So it's really cool. I think he's in his early to mid-20s, and he was with us from the time he was 10 years old.
Not everybody, and honestly, folks, you got to remember this. It is 0.01% of all baseball players end up playing at the next level.
Oh yeah, it's
And that's
very
I'm talking
small.
minors leagues and everything.
Yeah,
And then the minor leagues, they don't always get to the big leagues.
right. Yeah.
So when you have a young man like that who has been in your program the whole time, graduated from college, comes back, and here he is, I love that.
I
To
love
me,
it too.
That's what it's about.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't
Right?
agree more. And that's all. Caleb Burley the same way. Caleb played from the time he was 16 years old. He played all the way through college. Was one of the better pitchers in Millikan University history at the Division III level. And he came back and started working with us too. So it's great when you've got these alums coming back and wanting to be a part of what we're doing on the training end.
Absolutely.
It's cool.
I dig it. Well, again, we got to get Mitchell over here. Do we have glove giveaway yet?
Oh boy.
Do we have glove giveaway yet? You ready for it? Yeah. Let's get in here. We'll do that.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna get you. Stay right there. I'm gonna
All
give
right.
him the mic, and he's gonna do this.
All right. Here we go. Our winner is.
You got a spinner and everything.
There it goes. Hold on. Brian Strinny. Congratulations.
Yeah, look at that.
You gotta get in here, Jen.
Wait a sec. Was that fixed? Come on. Are you kidding, Strinny? Stop it already. What in the world?
Proof's right there.
He better give those to Eli, right?
Okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, Eli, do not let your dad take those from you. Brian Strin. I'm like, I want my money back from the football squares. What in the world? This is hilarious. Stop it already. He's a good guy, so.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Congratulations, Brian. Sorry you got called out like that.
Where can they come and get the gloves?
I'll get in touch with them and we'll get them shipped.
Sweet.
Yep.
There you
Sweet, awesome.
I can take him to him.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
go.
go.
Dave, you get to sign off, bro.
All right.
That's so funny.
We gotta hang on. We
Oh,
gotta
wait,
adjust the
hold on.
camera so we
I'm
get
so
You
sorry.
gotta stand up. Now, we'll all just stand
We'll
up.
all
There you
just
go.
stand up.
There you go.
So I get to ask the question. I'm gonna ask Mitchell the question.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, so for YBM, all you pitchers, what do you want pitchers to do, Mitchell?
give him some advice.
This is right off the cuff. What do I want pitchers to do? Throw strikes?
Hey, there we go. Let's go. And then all you hitters,
Hit them where they ain't.
outstanding. We'll see you guys.